If you're over 60, it's important to know that every bite you take, every food you choose, and even the habits you've trusted for years can have a real effect on your heart. Now, I know this might come as a surprise, but some of the vegetables you eat every day, yes, even the ones you've always believed were healthy, could actually be doing more harm than good. As a heart doctor, I've seen it time and time again. Seniors walk into my clinic confident they're doing everything right. They're eating their greens, cutting back on sugar, staying away from fried foods. They're trying, and they mean well. But what many don't realize is that some vegetables, when eaten the wrong way or mixed with certain medications, can quietly hurt the heart. Some can raise your blood pressure, others can interfere with your heart medicine, and a few might even carry bacteria that, at this stage in life, your body just isn't strong enough to fight off anymore. In this video, I'm urging every senior to stop eating 5 specific vegetables, or at the very least, to prepare them differently. I'll walk you through each one, explain what makes it risky, and share heart-friendly ways to enjoy them safely. The good news is, these problems can be avoided. You just need to know what to watch for and what to steer clear of. So please, stay with me, because the first vegetable on this list might be sitting in your fridge right now. Before we jump in, if you haven't already subscribed, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another helpful tip made just for you. Let's start with number 1, spinach. Spinach, the green, we've all been told, is a superfood, and for many people, it is. But what if I told you that for folks over 60, especially those taking heart medications, spinach could quietly become a serious problem? As a heart surgeon, I've met many patients who believed they were eating clean and healthy, only to discover that spinach was interfering with the very medicine meant to protect their lives. Spinach is packed with vitamin K, which helps your blood clot. That sounds like a good thing, right? But here's the catch. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, which are often prescribed after a heart attack or for conditions like atrial fibrillation, too much vitamin K can work against the medication. It can actually thicken your blood and cancel out the drug's effect. And the worst part, most people don't even know this is happening. You feel okay. You think your meds are doing their job, but quietly, behind the scenes, your body is losing its protection against dangerous blood clots. I've treated patients who suffered small strokes or ended up with serious clots simply because they added spinach smoothies or big salads to their daily meals, not realizing the risk. Now, don't get me wrong, spinach itself isn't the enemy. The problem is inconsistency. If you're going to eat spinach, it needs to be in moderate amounts and eaten regularly, not suddenly in large portions. And always let your doctor know when you make changes to your diet. What you eat can either help your medicine work better or stop it from working at all. The truth is, not every vegetable is good for every senior. Some can actually cause more trouble than a plate of French fries if you're not careful. So if spinach, something so simple and green, can quietly undo a prescription, what else might be sitting in your kitchen, doing quiet harm? Let's talk about the next one. You've probably got this one in your fridge right now. It's crisp, tangy, and believe it or not, can have more salt than a whole bag of chips. Now, let's move on to number 2. Pickled cucumbers, the salty trap tightening around your heart. They're crunchy, flavorful, and the perfect companion to a sandwich. Pickles seem harmless, even healthy. But if you're over 60, especially if you've dealt with high blood pressure or heart problems, those pickles might be doing more damage than you think. Most people don't give a second thought to a few pickle slices. But the truth is, those small green bites are soaked in a salty brine. And that salt? It adds up fast, sometimes over 1,000 milligrams in just a single serving. That's nearly 2/3 of the daily salt limit recommended for older adults, just from a few pickles on your plate. Salt isn't just for flavor. It holds water in your bloodstream, which increases your blood volume. That means your heart and arteries have to work harder to push all that extra fluid around. Over time, this can raise your blood pressure, stiffen your arteries, and lead to heart failure. I've had patients come in, confused and frustrated, wondering why their blood pressure stayed high even though they were eating better, exercising, and avoiding alcohol. But no one ever suspects the pickles. And yet, those few bites could be quietly sabotaging everything they've worked for. What's truly frightening is that salt damage doesn't give you a warning. There are no early symptoms. One day, you feel fine, and the next, it's a stroke, chest pain, or the terrible news of congestive heart failure. And the older you get, the harder it is for your kidneys to filter out salt. Your arteries become more sensitive too. That's why pickles, canned vegetables, even seemingly healthy soups, can carry hidden salt that slowly chips away at your heart health. Cooking at home helps a lot. Read labels carefully, and try using herbs or lemon for flavor instead of salt. These small steps can protect your heart more than you might think. But salt isn't the only hidden danger in your kitchen. There's another vegetable that might look completely harmless, until you realize it's quietly sparking inflammation and pushing your blood pressure higher with every bite. Let's take a closer look. Next up is number 3. Red chili peppers, the fiery ingredient that might be wearing your heart down. For many seniors, food isn't just about nutrition, it's about memories, comfort, and even culture. And let's be honest, a little spice can bring a meal to life. Whether it's a pinch of red chili flakes, a spoonful of spicy stew, or just that familiar kick, it feels like tradition, like home. But here's what you might not know. That fiery little pepper might be doing more than just warming up your taste buds. It could be lighting a slow-burning fuse inside your body, especially your heart. Red chili peppers, particularly the hot, concentrated types, can set off a series of reactions in your system. They stimulate your nerves, raise adrenaline levels, and increase your heart rate. Now, for someone younger and in great shape, this might not be a big deal. But once you're past 60, your heart and blood vessels become more sensitive. Your arteries aren't as flexible, and your heart may not respond as easily to stress. I've seen patients come into the clinic with a racing heart, tightness in the chest, or sudden spikes in blood pressure right after a spicy meal. They're often shocked to learn that something as small as a pepper could have caused such a big reaction. The trouble isn't just the heat on your tongue, it's the stress it puts on your whole system. When your body reacts, your blood vessels tighten, your pressure rises. And if you already have heart disease or high blood pressure, that little bit of spice could throw your heart into a dangerous rhythm, or worse, trigger a heart attack. And if spicy food is a regular part of your diet, the long-term effects can build up. Over time, the constant inflammation caused by hot peppers can wear down your blood vessels, the very pads your heart depends on to keep you alive. Now, I'm not saying you need to give up flavor. You don't. But you also don't need to set your meals on fire to enjoy them. Try using gentle herbs, garlic, ginger, or citrus to bring life to your dishes without putting strain on your heart. Your body knows when something doesn't feel quite right, and it's important to listen to those signals. Spicy food may bring comfort, but it shouldn't come at the cost of your health. Now, if something like chili peppers celebrated for their flavor can quietly harm your heart, what about foods that are actually praised for healing? Let's talk about one of the most popular natural remedies out there. It's used by many seniors hoping to boost their health, but when eaten raw, it can quickly become risky. Number 4 are garlic. When nature's medicine turns against your heart. Garlic has been trusted for centuries. People love it for its bold flavor and its reputation as a heart helper. It's said to lower cholesterol, thin the blood, and support overall health. And many seniors believe in it so deeply, they add raw cloves to their meals or even swallow them whole, like medicine. Now, don't get me wrong, garlic can be powerful, but just like any powerful tool, it needs to be used the right way. Because when raw garlic is combined with certain heart medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin or even aspirin, it can dangerously boost their effects. This means your blood might become too thin, and that's not a good thing. It can lead to nosebleeds that don't stop, black stools, easy bruising, and even internal bleeding that can be life-threatening. I've treated seniors who were doing everything they thought was right, eating fresh, staying natural, only to find themselves weak, dizzy, or in the emergency room. And they never suspected garlic was the cause. But the risks don't end with bleeding. Raw garlic can also drop your blood pressure suddenly. So if you're already on medication for high blood pressure, garlic might lower it too much, making you feel faint or tired. In some cases, your heart may not get the blood flow it needs, and that's when real damage can start. And that's the frustrating part, isn't it? You're not eating junk. You're not being careless. You're doing what you thought was healthy, maybe even what your parents or grandparents did. But as we get old, our bodies change. What once helped us might not work the same way anymore. Even natural foods have limits. So if you love garlic, enjoy it, but cook it, and don't go overboard. Most importantly, talk to your doctor before making it a daily habit. Now, if raw garlic can cause such serious problems, what about something even more common? Something that looks harmless, even fresh, and vibrant. A little crunchy sprout you might toss onto a salad or sandwich thinking it's giving you energy and nutrition. Let's talk about number 5. Raw sprouts, the innocent crunch that could break a senior's heart. They look clean, green, and full of life. Raw sprouts like alfalfa, bean, or mung sprouts are often praised as a superfood. Many health-conscious folks love tossing a handful onto their meals, thinking it's a smart, healthy choice. But what most people don't realize is that sprouts grow in warm, moist environments. And those are the exact conditions that dangerous bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria need to thrive. Now, younger adults may be able to handle a mild stomach bug, but as we age, our immune systems slow down. The body doesn't fight off infections as quickly or as strongly. What might start out as a little stomach discomfort can quickly turn into something far more serious like sepsis, severe dehydration, or even an infection of the heart lining, called endocarditis. In my years treating seniors with heart conditions, I've seen firsthand how something as tiny as a contaminated sprout led to hospital stays, irregular heartbeats, or made existing heart failure worse. The heart can't heal when the body is fighting an infection. And the sad part, these infections often go unnoticed until it's too late. It's heartbreaking, really. You try to eat well, eat clean, eat green, only to be harmed by the very foods that are supposed to help you. That's why I urge seniors to be cautious with raw sprouts. If you enjoy them, that's okay, but cook them first. A quick saute or a bit of steam is enough to kill the harmful bacteria while keeping the flavor and nutrients. Protecting your heart isn't just about what you eat, it's about how you eat it and how your body handles it now, not how it did 20 or 30 years ago. And if something as small as a sprout can carry such a big risk, imagine what could happen with vegetables that aren't dangerous on their own but turn risky when mixed with common heart medications. One of them might even be sitting on your plate tonight. So, what should you eat to truly protect your heart? After hearing about all the vegetables that can quietly do harm, it's only natural to wonder what can you eat that will actually help your heart stay strong, especially after 60. The answer isn't about chasing the latest trendy diet or looking for miracle foods. It's about sticking to real, whole vegetables that support your body where it is right now. Vegetables that work with your medications, not against them. Foods that calm inflammation, help steady your blood pressure, and nourish the blood vessels your heart depends on. Think about simple choices like steamed broccoli, gently roasted carrots, sautéed kale, sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, and heart-friendly legumes like lentils and green beans. These foods are packed with the kinds of nutrients your heart loves: antioxidants, fiber, potassium, and plant compounds that protect your arteries and help your heart do its job with less strain. Unlike raw sprouts or salty pickles, these kinds of vegetables are gentle on your body. They're easy to digest and help keep your blood sugar and pressure more stable throughout the day. At this stage in life, your heart doesn't need a strict or extreme diet. It needs balance. It needs meals that are consistent and calming, foods that take care of you, the way you've spent your whole life taking care of others. I've watched patients turn their heart health around just by building a better plate. Not with expensive supplements or cutting out entire food groups, but with meals that are warm, simple, and healing. A small bowl of bean soup, a side of steamed greens, a roasted sweet potato. These quiet, steady choices can undo years of stress on the heart. And if you're worried that healthy food means bland or boring, let me ease that fear right now. Flavor doesn't have to come from salt or spice. Herbs like rosemary, turmeric, and garlic in moderation can add richness to your meals. A little lemon can brighten a dish without raising your blood pressure. Food should bring you joy, it should nourish your heart and your spirit. But now that you know what foods can help, there's still one more thing you need to hear. Because even the best vegetables in the world won't protect your heart if there's one small habit that's quietly working against everything else you're doing right. Let's talk about that now. Your heart still has time. From the day you were born, your heart has been beating for you over 2 billion times by the time you turn 60. It's been there through every joy, every worry, every quiet moment. And it's never asked for anything in return. But now, it's asking for your attention. Getting older doesn't mean giving up. It means getting wiser. And wisdom means knowing that your body has changed. What helped you stay strong in your younger years might not work the same way today. Some foods that used to be safe can now cause problems. Some habits that seemed harmless might now carry hidden risks. But here's the good news, it's not too late. The damage isn't final. Every small change you make today, whether it's choosing a different vegetable, cutting back on salt, or staying consistent with your meals, can help heal years of silent strain on your heart. I've seen it with my own eyes. Seniors who were tired, struggling to breathe, or afraid their health was slipping away, slowly found new energy and strength. Not because they followed a strict plan, but because they listened to their bodies and made thoughtful choices, one step at a time. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Your heart still has time. It still has strength. And it still has love to give to you, to your family, and to the life you've worked so hard to build. So, start today. Look at your plate. Think about your habits. Ask yourself, what's one small change I can make to feel better, move easier, breathe deeper? Because every heartbeat from this moment on is a gift, and it's yours to protect. These lessons aren't meant to scare you. They're meant to inspire you, to help you live fully, wisely, and in a way that supports the wonderful life you've already built. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect. What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to try in your own life? Let's share and support each other as we learn how to take care of our hearts together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tips made just for you. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.